Greetings and welcome back to Switched to Linux. Wow, my color's off a little bit today. Weird. What caused that? Maybe I was just didn't get my camera lighting as adjusted, or who knows, maybe I changed the setting in the camera quite accidentally. Something like that. But anyway, well, we'll just go with the weird color. Why not? I just look weird. Or maybe it's the fact that I ate this wicked hot chili and I'm just red today. I don't know. I don't know indeed. I don't know. Let's see. Never actually put the comments into the comment block. Let me go ahead and do that so then we can actually see our comments for the week. There we are. All right. Oh, and of course over here, now OBS is bleeping all over the place. We might have thunderstorms rolling in, although right now it looks like they won't be rolling in for at least in 2 hours is what the current guess is, but who knows if the internet's gonna last. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, yeah, that color is way off. I'm not sure why the color is so off. Maybe I just have a wire crossed and I didn't plug everything quite in right when I unplugged everything. Let me try that real quick, see if I can do that. I don't know. Let's see. Did I adjust one of these guys? I don't think I adjusted. Whoa, yeah, that one's bad. Ah, there we go. That's better. I forgot to focus too. That was a crazy day. All right. Well, I kind of disappeared halfway through the week, didn't I? That was fun. Tuesday, you don't usually do a video. Wednesday and Thursday were totally insane. I had a major emergency product, and I had to take a crash course in Node.js, and we got the application back up online, barely, and it's limping along. And so then I was like, I'm taking Thursday off, period. Oh boy, but we do have a video for tomorrow. We are talking about my predictions about Windows 11. We'll be talking briefly about Windows 11 today in the Weekly News Roundup, but we will be talking predictions tomorrow at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you'd like to catch the show then. All right. But we're back, and we are almost back to a normal schedule. I wanted to try and cut some video footage of the super secret project to air tonight, but I did not get the chance to do that. And so we'll probably start doing a little bit of that, rolling some of that out next week is my guess. And I don't know, you guys that have already seen it, you're not allowed to talk about it. You're not allowed to talk about it. By the way, if you are a supporter on Patreon, Think Life Media, or Subscribestar, then you already have at least had the opportunity to see what is about the super secret project. You guys let me know, should I just release that video to the general public, or should we cut some of extra footage that nobody has seen yet? You guys let me know if you have seen that video, and there's a few of you that have. All right, Jeffrey, Windows 11 on the 24th announcement. Yes, that's why I'm doing my, that's why I'm doing my predictions tomorrow. Let's see, what is the check body light? Oh, wait until you see the check body light. That's our privacy news. That'll be the first news block. Father's Day is coming soon. Any redhead wishing for me to become a father? Get in line with the rest of them. All right, there you go. Let's see. Let's see. Major weakness for redheads. All right, there you go. Sort of knew someone who always got his ex-wife to dye her hair red. Interesting. Coming from a guy who's just sending the IRS a Mother's Day card. Why? Because they're mother hen? I don't know. Let me move this out of the way. We are drinking French vanilla tea today. French vanilla tea, very good. One of my favorites of this decade, I think. Let's see. Vision of the perfect woman should be. All right. Okay. I think I'm going to go work out before the stream. All right. I hope you're back. Say double duty for tonight. Modding 2 different channels. Just wrapped up fencing with our grandkids. Really fencing with like knives or fencing, put up fencing? Let's see. Fairly good at catching spammers, putting a few in and out of there. Similar posts. There you go. Had any news on YouTube going? Pay-per-view. I don't really see them doing that necessarily, but who knows? Maybe they will. I don't know. They might surprise us. Full up pay. I'm out of here faster than Mexican water going through a tourist. All right. There you go. Yeah, if it looks like they might even be doing that one, then we'll definitely make sure we have some streaming and other options as well, and we might very well do that sometime soon anyway. When the super secret project is mostly done, we'll start looking into that. I think making a video listing the Linux YouTubers who have actually helped me learn Linux. Good idea. Yes, that'd be a good idea. Be from the perspective of a relative newbie. There you go. It includes some clickbait like cleavage or something. There you go. Why not, right? Person think got the whole billing system thing backwards. If you want to know everything about computers, who's doing what, and then collecting data on that, need to provide us with the computer and have its OS cloud-based and provide us the connection. They can do whatever they please. Yeah. Right. Greetings, Benito. Hello. Threat of power blackouts all week cause your main PC to be offline. You need to work on an off-grid power system. Maybe I'll talk about that sometime soon. There you go. New kitty cam. No, just put it in a different place. The office chair, the cat has not sat in the office chair in over a week, and it's kind of in my way, so I began the process of dismantling it. So I'm throwing the office chair away, so the office chair is not there anymore for the kitty. And he used to like sitting on the desk. You must be fairly new, because there a long time ago, I'd say about 1.5 years ago, the cat would always sit on the desk for kitty cam. So he hasn't done it for quite a while, but yeah, that's it. Can't run a rolling distro if you can't update due to loss of power. Yes. Is that a MacBook? Yes. MacBook Air is right down here. Well, and it is actually the one that is monitoring Discord. So I'm using it. It's monitoring Discord. Kitty is under house arrest. There you go. New bill in Germany about the States Trojan. Now the police and Secret Service have allowed them to bring a Trojan into our devices. Yeah, not surprised. Let's see. Turn the thermostat down several degrees despite the power companies calling to conserve power in fear of blackouts. What state are you in, if you don't mind sharing? Good evening from Tornado Alley. Greetings. Be safe out there. So here, northern Minnesota is under the sprinkling warning. Too humid to rain. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Let's see. Predict since Windows will be an odd number release, it'll be a step back. It's a step forward. There you go. Yeah. Link Slate on Acer Aspire. I don't know anything about that particular model off the top. See, more like Vista. They go, hello, Dan. Greetings, Texas. All right. Okay, so you're down there in Texas where you could. It's like, what is it? All the Californians move to Texas and they bring the rolling power outages with them? What's going on down there? I don't know. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. All right, over on Discord. Greetings, Shadow Streak. How's it going there? Greetings from New Hampshire. Hello, Mr. Dot. Is it? Are you the 7-Up Dot? I was actually listening to a discussion from the voice actor that does the 7-Up Dot. And somebody asked him, did anybody ever recognize you from your voice? And he said he was sitting there in a line at the supermarket and doing that, you know, all sorts of weird noises. And the guy behind him says, you sound just like that 7-Up Dot. He says, well, that's funny because I play the 7-Up Dot. Really. So you guys that are familiar with Adventures in Odyssey, that is the same guy that plays Jason Whittaker on Adventures in Odyssey. Townsend Coleman, I think his name is. Plays the 7-Up Dot. Fun nidbits of trivia. Beefy is good. MacBook Pro for Discord monitoring. Yes, yes. It's just because it boots up fast. It's here. I only have to charge it like once a month, and you know, and it fits in the spot that I have between two monitors nicely. Las Vegas down there. All right. Good evening from the hurricane capital. All right. Texas, asphalt turns to liquid. Maybe. Yeah, I took a bike ride in Austin once in like August. It was like 120 with like 95% humidity, and it was a 2-hour bike ride. It was hot. I'll tell you. But coming from Pennsylvania, I'm used to hot and humid, so that is a level of hot and humid above. But all right, we only have 24 people watching right now. Wow. We had a huge dip. I think my OBS is teetering right now, so we'll see what happens. All right, let's jump on into the news. Fairly standard news today. And let's see. We got that one there. Alrighty. All right. Let me know if you just yawned too. It's a funny thing. If you're teaching and one kid yawns at one end of the room, the yawn will migrate across the class. It's kind of funny to watch. All right. Let's get started. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the privacy and security editions, so we can have a brief look at what's going on. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you would like to catch the show live, go ahead and catch us there. Otherwise, just watch this edited repeat. Why not? It's not too edited, really. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump right on into the news. First, Google enables end-to-end encryption for Android's default SMS RCS app. So I talked about this briefly at one point in time, and there's a lot of, this is an interesting one. So to bring you up to speed, text messaging is basically sending a raw notebook text file through the clouds. Anybody can grab it. It's serious, security risk. This is why it's so stupid for companies to be sending verification codes on text messaging and things like that, and why that oftentimes results in some fundamental problems. That being said, the solution is to have some degree of end-to-end encryption, but the carriers kind of lost interest in working on some protocol. Apple has never cared because Apple has iMessage and that already solves the problem. So Google is now implementing by default their platform, which is basically the exact same thing. All right. So with the exact same thing there, and I got something wrong with my camera angle there. There we go. So what they were wanting to do is they wanted to enable end-to-end encrypted messages, which is better to have the end-to-end encrypted messages than to not have them. But it still comes with a fundamental problem that these are on Google phones, on Google servers with Google public access, or I guess public and private access keys. In other words, Google can still see the messages. So the Google end-to-end encryption is fundamentally working very much like iMessage. It's also based on Signal, just like iMessage is. I think iMessage is based on, no, I don't think iMessage is based on Signal. WhatsApp is based on Signal. So it's based on Signal, very much like WhatsApp and Signal. But Google has the encryption keys. It's better for overall privacy from the world at whole. It's more secure from the world at whole because it's end-to-end encrypted, so long as, like on iMessage, you are texting somebody else. Both of you are on an Android phone. Both of you are using the stock Android text messaging app, and then it will enable this to go in end-to-end encrypted. So it's a good thing in that respect. The downside is you could become overconfident in it because Google still can't access it. So if the police are, for some reason, are interested in, everybody's text messages that walked by a bank between 10 o'clock and 8 o'clock, Monday through Friday in the month of June, they can still get that information and pass it on because Google can still see what is on there. But it is a step up from the crappy protocols that we have, but it's still not what it should be. This is why Signal still does a better job, because Signal cannot decrypt the messages where Google can. And so this in and of itself, it's it's a step in the right direction, but it's not fundamentally amazing and critical. So next, there is a new smart lock that even looks like a normal lock. You can't even tell. And this is actually plugged into Skynet. Wait, what? Yeah. If you did not watch Rob Braxton's video this week on Amazon turns on Skynet this week, go watch that video. It is an excellent video where he's talking about Sidewalk and he gets into all the fundamental problems and the fact that it is an opt-out, which means if you happen to have any Alexa or a Unicorn Meet Confirm devices laying around in your house, automatically on, I think it was June 9th, so it was a week ago, automatically every Amazon device on the internet turned itself on. It can, it's basically a large-scale mesh network. So I can think of there's within a decent range from where I'm at, there's a few people that have Ring doorbells. probably a lot of people that have Alexas in their house. All of these things are all now communicating, and they can pick up and carry waves and information back and forth. This new smart lock actually can connect to Alexa and thus the Skynet network, and you can't even tell. However, you can get in there and open the door up with your smartphone, and I'm looking at this photograph thinking, why in the world? It takes more effort to pull out your smartphone, unlock it, get the app, and push the button than it does to take the key out of your pocket and open your damn door. What is going on, people? Do we really need a smart lock that, by the way, is hackable and breachable? Some moron's going to be coming around with a phone. Yeah, watch this. Watch what my Raspberry Pi could do. Click, open door, and then, you know, they can just kind of bust right on in. And, of course, it's connected to Skynet, so you don't even know this is connected to this device. It's basically a stealth spy device that's sitting on your lock. But, yeah, it looks just like this. It looks exactly like exactly like just a standard door lock. So here's the individual components, but they have the tiny batteries, which last about a year. Hopefully, they are user replaceable, and you can pull this thing apart and replace the batteries. They said the batteries will last about a year. And hopefully, by the way, you actually have a way into your house when the battery dies one day and you don't realize it. I actually used to have a keyless entry system. You know, it didn't have like Skynet capabilities, but you enter there and enter a key code and you can enter in. It really sucks the day you come back, you're already having a bad day and you go to enter and the batteries are dead. Now, I always had the foresight to have spare keys laying around so I could still get into the house. But man, it was just the putting on top of a really bad day. So here you have it. It's basically looks like a lock, kind of ingenious, really interesting stuff. But yeah, it fits with, they also work at Amazon Sidewalk Network. That would be the Skynet network. That's not Sidewalk, that's Skynet. So definitely, Lordy. It's coming, guys. It's coming. The technology will be like, it'll be like iRobot, right? The robots all come in for your safety. You're not allowed to leave the house, you know, because Vicky determines that in order to follow the 3 laws perfectly, you have to prevent humans from doing anything and make them prisoners in their own homes. Very interesting. That is where our tech is going to end up getting us. Call me a Luddite, but yeah. Well, Facebook, this is actually from Facebook's blog. Facebook is starting to test actual ads now in the VR headsets. So you're doing around your headset and all of a sudden you see a virtual ad. It's going to be very much like Minority Report. Hello, Bob Johnson. How'd you like those panties the other day? What? You know, come in from a bad day. Would you like me to turn on your favorite naughty website? Whoa, the thing knows a little bit too much. But you can see kind of here how it's looking with the VR. They got the ads in here. And what's significant about these is that these ads are pulling in information from your Facebook profiles. So it's pulling in all the things that Facebook already knows about you and pushing ads onto you that it thinks that you want based upon the information it has about you. So you can kind of see, you can read through the whole thing. Of course, all of the articles we're talking about today are linked in the description. Go to the switchedtolinux.com site down there and to the linked page, and you'll see a list of all the articles for this week's news. You can see that the Oculus ads will follow Facebook advertising principles, built for people first. Important people can manage the ads they see, so it including controls to hide specific ads or hide ads from an advertiser completely. So basically all of the Facebook ad preference-y type stuff is all embedded in there. And so, yeah, basically they've been collecting all the data. Now they know it all about you. Now they have you addicted with all of the cutesy little toys and games and stuff. And pretty much soon they're just going to be paying us in Soma. In fact, stick around to Sillyville and maybe that's kind of happening. Maybe, I don't know. So anyway, that is what Facebook is up to. So in Ireland, if there's any Irish out there, I've not seen Computing Forever comment on this quite yet, but indeed. So the Irish police are now being given power to get your password. If you do not get your password, like if you're stopped for a traffic stop, they now have the right to get your password and extract your password. No more no, this isn't self-incrimination. The debate going back and forth in the United States courts. Some courts are saying, no, you cannot be forced to compel your password. Other places say, yes, you can be compelled to give your password. There's some back and forth on this. Ireland says, no, you can be compelled to give up your password. Countrywide, if you're stopped, we get your passwords, period. And so they're putting in here some things, they can hold you up for up to 48 hours while they do an investigation. It does allow for up to a week detention if it suspects that human trafficking is involved. So, of course, they're talking about powers and safeguards, aka, yeah, they have all the power, you have no safeguards. So, sorry, guys in Ireland, but unfortunately, that's probably coming to the rest of the world soon, too. So, we'll all just be little peons in our serfdom of insanity that our society is producing. And on to our final article today. What is up with your check body lights illuminating? Well, the next step for wearables could be illness warning lights. That's right. You are going to have a check body light illuminating on your smart devices. We talked about a little bit about this where some investigation was done with the COOF and looking at how body metric stuff changes. Unfortunately, though, it's not completely reliable because I promise you that my biometrics is probably slightly different today than it was yesterday at this time because of this hot chili that I ate today. It's so stinking hot. It's kind of melting my insides as we speak. But that's perfectly okay. I'm aware of that. But at what point in time does your smartwatch sit here and be like, hey, check your body out? You need to go get a test for something because we detect something a little bit wrong. Here's the problem is that these smart devices, these wearables, they are all constantly reporting data back home, which means that if there is a blip that your smartwatch determines that is something that you need to go do a checkup, the big tech company behind your smartwatch also knows you should be getting a checkup. And at what point in time are they going to block you out? Are they going to force constant ads? Are they going to snitch on you because you're not going and getting a test that their device says you might need, but they know because they have all the data on it? People, stop wearing these stupid smart devices. Stop wearing these wearables that can track your biometrics and hand it up to companies. You are playing with fire. Did you hear that, guys? You are playing with fire if you are doing that. Stop giving people this data about you. It is too private. They have proven time and time and time again that they cannot be trusted. In fact, we'll look to the extent that they cannot be trusted in a moment. First, though, if you want to help support the channel, you can jump on over there to our affiliates. We are highlighting Linode today, tlm.li/Linode. You can use my Linode link there, tlm.li/Linode. Get $100 in credit, good for 60 days. You can spin these guys up. Linode is actually what saved me this week where we had this crazy server go down. I was able to determine that it was a Node.js server on DigitalOcean that nobody had access to. Nobody knew where it was because the third world country developers ghosted the project. But we had a repository of code floating around. I was able to detect what it was. I just jumped into my Linode account, spun up a Linode server, installed Nginx, installed a Node server, deployed our code. Boom, our app was back up online. And it's going to cost us $5 a month. I think $10 a month. We're doing the extra backups and stuff. So with that, definitely take a look at Linode. You can do all sorts of cool stuff. I have hosting on it. I have Nextcloud on it. We do our Jitsi on it. There's a lot of things that you can do with your Linode account. So tlm.li/Linode. Now let's have a look at some security breaches. All right, yeah, OBS is bleeping a little bit. It looks stable right now, but it keeps on going down. But when we're in the middle of the recording, I'm not going to stop because I'm recording and we'll release the better version out later. So pardon me. Thanks for bearing with us as we are dealing with the craziness of the internet, whether it's OBS or whether it's Comcast. Who knows? I don't know. Kids Station Grand Forks. There you go. Retired Navy. All my relatives are in Minnesota. Very good. Want to get Linux running on my netbook. Ooh, yeah, just drop what the netbook type is, and the community here will help you out. I won't be able to tell off the top of my head doing this, but yeah, we can definitely get that running. I'm running on, I have a little netbook. I run MX Linux on mine, which works really well. And that's a Lenovo S21E. Scary neighbor has one of those. I hear him talking to that stupid thing. Yeah, I know, right? Good, Amazon. Alexa, order unicorn meat. Confirm. I need that by the end of the day. Let's see. Working and lurking tonight. All right. Let's see. Hacker down the street can get your password faster than an Irish police. Probably. 77, 2016. That's enough. Wife's a retired Navy nurse. Surgical assistant. Wow. I haven't tried upgrading MX Linux 19.4 KDE to Plasma 520. I have not. 2 channels in a row with fire. Nice. Nice. This one was intentional. Uh-oh. Yeah, mine was intentional. The other one catch on fire. But the geek helicopter pilot regrets the day he bought his wife a wearable. Yeah, probably. Oh, the Greek helicopter pilot. Yeah. She tried when I was distro hopping. Don't recommend it with MX Linux. Is Linode, they do VMs, right? Yeah. Basically, it's basically like AWS servers, AWS, Azure, DigitalOcean. That's what Linode is. But except DigitalOcean, they dropped all phone support. You cannot call DigitalOcean, even if you're a paid customer, you cannot call DigitalOcean anymore. Screw DigitalOcean. Let's see. 30 watchers. Is that? Yeah, that's it. That's it. I was so throttled. I've actually dropped under 4,000 views per day for the first time. Now, granted, this week I didn't do any videos since Monday. So that's it. But my view count is so extraordinarily low. It's like YouTube must be actively suppressing. In fact, I believe that they are, because I know more people watched the super secret project video than right now it tells me only 4 people watched it. And I've actually heard back from 6 or 7 people directly. YouTube is seriously suppressing my content right now. It kind of pisses me off, actually. It's like, you know, that I'm prioritize it, but yeah, they don't seem to care. So yeah, pretty soon I think we're going to jump into some other ones. Let's see. Fitbit confirmed her time of death, which proved he was telling lies and had in fact killed her. Yeah, there was a few of those. All right, let's see. Google E2EE is I don't trust them. Yes. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think it's probably the internet causing it. When OBS goes down, I know it because it's like OBS disconnected. I get notifications and stuff. When it's the internet, it just drops. Talk about not bad on his end. It's better now coming through. Yeah, it's back. It's back right now. Greetings, Gary. Let's see. If you want the ISO for Windows 11, I'll give it to you. No, I'm good. Tech Hut, how's it going there, Tech Hut? Tech Hut, I mentioned your video in my video tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm premiering a video on my predictions of Windows 11. Tech Hut just did a good video on the developer stuff that he saw. Go have a look at that one. But greetings. Yeah, Odyssey is on the target for streaming too, because they have streaming up now, which is good. Also, Rumble has streaming up now, so I'm on both of those. Security software need to install. I am a partner and it requires a Windows local install. Doesn't matter where the local is, of course. There you go. Yeah, you'll have to contact Linode to find out if that would work for you or not. If you will join Discord, I'll help you get going. Yep. Greetings, Ryan. How's it going? All right. Let's see. All right, we got some text. What? Kitty, I'm ready to start another news section. When I'm done with the news section, come back and I'll let you back up, okay? Come back when we're done with the next news section. You're so cute, though. How can I resist this cat? He's like over here. Look at this thing. You guys can't see the cat, though. Where's my kitty cam? Where's my kitty cam? Look at what I'm contending with right now. He's over here going, dude, let me up. Dude, let me up. Come on, dude, let me up. Let me up. Let me up. I want up. All right, let's get into our security section before we run too late. So first up, there's a data breach exposing McDonald's employee and customer information. The good news about this breach is McDonald's company caught it very early and put a stop to it so that very, very few points of data were released. It was United States. Now, the subset here says South Korea and Taiwan. It was South Korea, Taiwan, and United States. So all three of those places. So basically, like, how they get customer data? Very simple. Some of y'all guys are downloading their stupid app and giving them access to all sorts of data. Really, guys? Really? Stop using stuff, okay? McDonald's has not breached my data. How? Because when I want to clog my arteries up with McDonald's, I go in and I pay them cash. Now, maybe they're running, facial recognition stuff on me and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But at least they're not going to get my payment information and things like that. Now, it also got employee information. So it was able to get, access emails, phone numbers, delivery addresses, maybe some Grubhub type stuff as well. Customer payment information was not part of the leaked data. However, regulators and customers affected by the hack will soon be notified. So yeah, you don't know yet. If you got that McDonald's app, I'd probably get rid of that. Hackers behind it didn't demand any payment to deliver the stolen information. Daily operation of restaurants in South Korea and Taiwan were not affected. So there we have it, guys. Just a reminder, don't get stupid apps unless you need the stupid app for something stupid, like find some other need. But yeah, you don't really need the app. So I would probably recommend not doing that. VW also had a data breach of customers. So in this case, it was possibly connected to a third party, but it was basically the information required, the background when you go in to buy a car, all the information that they collect in order to sell you a car, your financial information, your credit checks, addresses, stuff like that, all that type of stuff that leaked out. So they call this a major data breach. Basically 3.3 million customers from the United States and Canada. Anybody that was out there at VW trying to buy cars from VW, the data breach, it was gathered by the vendor between 2014 and 2019, and they are blaming it on a third-party vendor. This is another big problem I have, is companies relying on third-party vendors. Like the one I mentioned in the Linode section there. I was originally the one scheduled to do the website, and somebody in a third world country outbid me for the website, so they got the job. Well, 6 months later, they come back to me like, help, these guys have abandoned it. Things are falling apart. They don't know what they're doing. The whole thing's falling apart. It's like, duh, I told you that. That's why you pay me a little bit more, because I kind of know what I'm doing. And so the problem is that what happened in this case is the company brought in a firm which brought in another third party. And then the third party just abandoned it at one point in time and didn't tell anybody what anything is, where it is, how it's working, or anything else. They just ghosted it. And then now you're left holding the bag, not knowing what to do. Well, when companies bring in the third party, and oftentimes they're bringing in the one that's most cost effective, which usually means the guy that's left the password open and the AWS S3 calendar opens up and leaks out all of the data. And then it's like, oh crap. But then nobody ever disciplines these guys. Nothing ever happens. They say, well, at least the credit card information wasn't taken. That is the least thing that you want to worry about. This is why we need to have some good, solid set laws about what data can be collected, how long, and where. If you're not actively doing business, it should be against the law for you to be holding it on any access system that is available to the internet. Fine, you want to hold the historical data for the last 7 years? That's fine. I haven't done business with you in 1 year. My data must come off of your platform, must stay in offline-only copies. Oh, but that's inconvenient. Yes, and hackers are not getting it at all. Period. That's the type of stuff we need to start seeing, and then these breaches wouldn't happen. Well, there was a 7-year-old problem in a root in Polkit. So the Polkit, what it would do when you're trying to run this is it would first check if you had the proper privileges, but if you interrupted the check before it was done, it would drop it and assume you're a root user. Whoops. And then it's able to drop you into root, and then you could do all sorts of fun, nasty stuff. And this has been patched in some distros. It has not yet been patched in others. So be warned. I'm pretty sure it's going to be patched very soon everywhere else. And if this makes you any more comforting, Revile or Revil, whatever they're called, yeah, they breached a U.S. nuclear weapons contractor. Do we feel safe yet? Feel like Bane. Do you feel in control? You know, I mean, really. So yeah, we got some nuclear warheads over here, and they're like, yeah, well, we will neither confirm nor deny that anything would happen. But then later on we hear, yeah, they just got a payroll application. Yeah, it was just a payroll application. No. Whoops, that was a payload application. Whoops. But, you know, making it sound a little bit more ominous. They're saying it's payroll, but I think it's a payload application. Like, they're saying it's a payroll application. You can apply for your job here. No. It's a payload application. An application to deploy the payload. You know. But anyway, it's just make you confirmed. I mean, think of the government. They want to help secure things, guys. Don't forget. Now, sure, it was a contractor, but yeah, the government does go with those. 26 million Amazon, Facebook, Apple, eBay user logins were stolen by hackers. Where did these come from? Well, oftentimes it was pirated software. So, you know, you pirated things like the next version of Windows that might be coming out soon, and you might have actually inadvertently installed the malware on your system that took screenshots. It harvested files. Basically, they found a large portion of people are saving all their passwords on Notepad, which is kind of fun. Come on, guys, at least use a Word document. Come on, or Excel spreadsheet. I mean, you can pretend to password protect that. It'll take a guy that knows what they're doing about 35 seconds to crack it. I mean, really. So, but 26 million Amazon, Facebook, Apple, and eBay user logins were stolen. Also, Walmart's in there, Facebook. Let's see, I think we already mentioned Facebook. So basically, people were downloading software from a variety of different pirated type places, and embedded in that software is a whole bunch of nasty stuff. And so you want to make sure that you're not installing fake stuff, because chances are it's going to do this, or anything shady for that matter. Now into our main topic, who watches the vigilante malware? Well, a new vigilante malware has been deployed that is ratting out software pirates and then blocking the Pirate Bay. So people have been deploying onto Pirate Bay torrents for software applications. Maybe it's an Adobe Suite, some cool video game, whatever else, and the torrenter downloads it, opens it, and executes it. And then what ends up happening there is it is malware that harvests the IP address, sends that along to the manufacturer and the ISP, and then it makes a modification to the host file of your computer to prevent you from being able to access the Pirate Bay. So of course you go in and edit the host file back, but yeah, this is the vigilante malware, they're calling it, that's going to go in there, and it's going to prevent you from being able to use the Pirate Bay and probably a few other places out there as well, and basically just pretends to be pirated software of various types. This is yet another reason I'm just not interested in pirating software. I'll do with whatever I can do with whatever I have. Well, if you want to help support the channel, you can have a look over on Patreon, patreon.com/TOMM. I'm not sure why that, I don't know, Patreon thing's not loading quite right. Or they changed how their page looks. But anyway, I have 3 different channels I support through Patreon. You can jump on over there, patreon.com/TOMM if you want to help support us over there. So thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you in the next video. Alrighty, let's close that down. Let's see. It was quick. Hopefully they used it back up. Let's see. Cash be king, even though that king's only emotion. Yep. Okay. Always on Cyber. Thank goodness the rovers on the moon are dumb devices with dead batteries. Here we go. We got a kitty. We've got a kitty sighting. We got a kitty sighting. I'm not really set up for this screen, but here you can see the kitty, and I'm completely. Maybe I should rebuild this screen for the new view. But anyway, we'll just kind of do that. That way you guys can see the kitty cat. All right, let's see. Acer Aspire 1. Yeah, I don't know anything about the Acer Aspire 1 off the top of my head. So, tried so hard to trash talk Windows 11 during the video. Oh, I found plenty of things to trash talk it. Wait for my video tomorrow. It's 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's going to premiere. Just curious if you would know. I'd imagine they did a VM. Yeah, you'll have to talk to them. I don't know. Cat takeover. Yep. Mint told someone that their computer couldn't handle Linux Mint and advised them to go Bodhi. Huh, interesting. I'd imagine like Mint XFCE probably would be able to do that. I don't know. Yes, that is a MacBook Air. I use that to monitor Discord. If you're not on Discord and you would like to be, tlm.li/STLD. That is tlm.li/STLD. And if you jump on over there, we are monitoring the live chat during the live shows. I don't know if YouTube hides your content. I do know they drop your subs. Yes. Oh, yeah. My channel has been under some serious attack. I probably watch too many of those, conservative lunatics or something. I just go watch some leftists. My numbers will go back up. I'll go subscribe to Jimmy Dore or something. I don't know. Young Turks. Can't tell a jerk. She never let me pet her. All right. Too bad they didn't leak out the special sauce. Yeah. All right. VW went from a great couple of vehicle choice, bug or van, to turds on wheels. Yeah. Windows 11. Yes, they are talking about Windows 11. In fact, we'll be talking about that in the next segment. Glad I only wear analog watches. Yep. Windows 11 is a turd without the wheels. Windows 11 is Windows 10 with missing wheels. All right. Notepad is for plebs. I'm sorry. Fiber optic to missile sites run through Huawei Digital Cross Connects with remote management. Oh boy, that's exciting. One account compromised. That account only touched Facebook once. Wow. Google was the cause of the Black Death. Linux Mint 19.3 Cinnamon Desktop is looking more like Guardia Linux. All right. All right. Looking for a new gaming laptop that has Linux. Any suggestions? If you got the money, look at a System 76 computer. They're pretty good, and yeah, those are pretty good. All right, kitty cat. You're going to have to go back onto the floor, okay? Yeah, I know it sucks, kitty cat, but you're going to have to go back onto the floor. Come on. Come on. Come on. We got to start the next news section. Yes, we do. We got to start the next news section. Come back up a little bit. Or we'll just feed you. There you go. There you go, buddy. Whoa, there you go. There you go. Yeah. All right. Get the dust off my keyboard. All right. Oh, boy. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the business and the Sillyville editions. These you catch the show. You can catch the show live 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you'd like to catch the show live. So let's go ahead and dive on in. First, we have an update. If you remember, the Snapchat had a filter that would test your speed when you were Snapchatting, and it caused a bunch of stupid teenagers to drive their car into a tree and caused a big lawsuit where people are saying, it's the Snapchat's fault. No, it would be your kid's fault, actually. But anyway, because they're in the middle of a lawsuit, they did decide that they're going to pull the speed filter that was linked to such lawsuits. And so, yeah, whatever that's worth. Okay, I'm okay with that one way or the other as a solution. Why not? But, yeah, I want to teach your kids not to be stupid behind the wheel. This is a car, not a toy. But, hey, we are a society of infants, so what can I say? Google is ending its attack on its URL bar and resuming showing full addresses. Yeah, they're like, it didn't help security. Probably it actually made things worse. You think? If someone can't see and make sure that you're on a right site? Yeah, basically, if you use a Mac, this is how Safari's always done this. We have a bad rainstorm coming in right now, guys. All right, so anyway, Safari on a Mac has always done this. You go to the website and it will just show you the first part of the URL bar, which I always thought was really stupid because it's important information. You know, what URL page am I on sometimes? Well, Chrome decided to get the idea to start doing that as well. And so, but it turned out that it ended up being a bad deal for them. There was a whole lot of kickback on that. And people were like, this is really stupid. And so they're like, well, we decided to end the experiment. No, it wasn't an experiment. It was in your main browser. So they backtracked on that, and and so they're putting the full URL back in the browser. I think as of 91, maybe, I don't know, whatever the next version of Chrome, you can expect to see your full address bar back, and I think you can truncate it if you want to. Yeah, good. And I always thought that was stupid to try and break that up. All right, so 5 new bills are aiming to break up big tech. The politicians are claiming to take interest in doing this, but who knows if that's actually going to happen or not. There's a series of different new bills, and they each kind of target a different thing here. So the 5 bills, all of them attempt to target what is oftentimes going on, anything from walled gardens like Apple is doing, preventing you from sideloading stuff. Of course, that's kind of our next story. They want to prevent lateral moves and horizontal moves like Facebook is doing, or they're just buying up companies that could possibly outcompete them, or just shutting down other companies. Ad marketing stuff like Google positioning themselves with ad marketing or products and things like that. So there's a series of bills that are coming down, and each one of them is kind of looking at different things. So I think it's probably possible that they're putting out so many of them just throw a bunch of stuff against the wall and see if any of these stick or not. So these are all just introduced. Nothing's been voted on yet. They're just kind of discussing them. So we have the, let's see if I can find all of these guys are at. American Choice and Innovation Online Act forbids platforms from favoring their own products and services. So they say here that this is going to be mostly Apple, but I actually think Google as well, because Google really does prioritize people who purchase ads through them over other people as well. The other one, the ending platform monopolies would prevent large platforms with those at least 50 million monthly active users and market cap of 600 billion or more from owning or operating businesses that would cause them to advantage their own products and services or disadvantage those of their competitors. So app stores would be the potential violators here. Also possibly Amazon with, I actually think there's another one specifically for products in Amazon, but one of the ones in here is Amazon prioritizing their own Amazon brands over other brands as well. Then, of course, how do you know who goes on top? Is it now just pay to play? Well, Amazon can do more ads anyway, you know. The Platform Competition and Opportunity Act, and this one would require companies proposing mergers or acquisitions, not the government, to prove their case. Affected companies have 500 million monthly active users or more, or 100 million active sellers, and profits or market cap of 600 billion or more. This bill is the only one to include business users or seller accounts. So you're thinking eBay and Amazon type accounts on those. They said, let's see. They said 5, but I only remember reading 4. Maybe I missed one. The Merger Filing Fee Modernization Act aligns with bipartisan legislation proposed by the Senate. It would significantly increase filing fees for mergers, directing the money to regulators in the Department of Justice and Federal Trade Commission. Once again, with all these laws, I don't really see any of these working or doing anything at all. It's just a power play to say, see, we're trying to be in charge. If you really want to hurt these big companies, you just need to stop using their products. Just a thought. Of course, Tim Cook weighed in on sideloading is not in the best interest of users. It actually is, but it's like, but what if you sideload something with malware? Yeah, what if you do sideload something with malware? I'm not saying you should make it easy. I'm just saying you should make it possible. Let me decide. Because if I want to sideload a free and open source application, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to download something I found on some shady place on the internet. However, you know, I wager that I'm unusual in that, you know, I'm going to actually take a little bit of care to audit my code. So whatever that happens to be worth. But Tim Cook, there's a big interview, and he covered this among other topics inside of Apple. But one of these is just tangential to what I've said a lot. If you want to make Apple immune to all these lawsuits that's coming down the pipeline, the best first and foremost thing you do is you just need to get there and say, hey, you can sideload stuff as well. You can have an alternative app store as well. That's okay. So whatever that happens to be. And now we're on to a block of Microsoft and Windows. First and foremost, after saying Windows 10 will be the last Windows because it's software as a service because, you know, we're just going to profit off you forever. Well, now they're saying they're going to kill off Windows 10 in 2025. So if you're running Windows 7 still, don't worry. Just hold out for another 4 more years. And maybe you could upgrade to Windows 11. But they're going to support Windows 10 at least until 2025. But that usually means Windows 11 is probably right around the corner. And they're giving businesses and companies 4 years to get off of the Windows 10 platform. That was, you know, supposed to be the last version. And I have coming out this week as well. It'll actually have come out yesterday when the edited version of this video comes out, but it'll come out tomorrow as I'm recording this live. Catch the show live 9 p.m. We're talking about the speculation on Windows. What is Windows 10 going to have according to my crystal ball, my best guesses as to what's going on. But anyway, Windows 10 Home and Pro will have an end of life October 14th, 2025. No word on the servers or enterprise editions. Now, those of you running 7 and 8, you might get a free upgrade path to Windows 11. There you go. 100 million Windows users may turn their OS up to 11. I'm going to guess, since the way the world goes, Windows 10 is probably going to be a better operating system use than Windows 11. That's my guess, and I go into a little bit more in the video I'm doing on the Windows 11 predictions. But still, 100 million PCs that run Windows 7, many of them for good reason, despite the fact no OS no longer receives reason. If there's a chance of convincing those customers to upgrade to Windows 11, the process needs to be free of charge. There you go. It still is, by the way, free of charge if you want to upgrade from Windows 7 to Windows 10. I actually did an 8 to 10 on my Surface Pro 1 recently because I want to have one native Windows computer laying around, and the Surface Pro is tiny, small, keeps me a little Windows computer floating around. So there you have it, guys. And then there's a little bit of stuff about Windows 11, but here's a little bit of an article. Windows 11 leak reveals a new UI, start menu, and more. Honestly, to me, I don't know if this thought's going to comfort you. It seems to be inspired by Deepin in many places. We're going to inspire this from the Chinese software. But anyway, here is some screenshots. You can see here that it looks like that efficient mode, or is it the fashion mode? Whatever mode they're saying it is in Deepin, where you have all your little panels are on the bar in the middle, and it's like a pile of wasted space. This is a bunch of nonsense layout, in all honesty. There is, in theory, an option to throw it over onto the left where it more traditionally is. Of course, they've gotten rid of the live tiles, and they've basically made it very much like a smartphone. Here's some recommended crap. You know, OneDrive, we're going to recommend you put everything in our cloud system. There you have it. Here's a little bit of video stuff. And I'm not sure if there's audio on that. Woohoo, look at that. Let me roll that up a little bit for you guys. See here, we're just kind of pulling stuff up, clicking on that. See that slide out menu there, very much like Deepin. You can see it looks very much like Deepin, doesn't it? Does this not, if you guys have used the Deepin desktop environment, this looks like Deepin. It's not exactly like Deepin, of course, but it looks like Deepin. Here is it with the all the way left side bar. Here's with the menu open. It looks fine. I think that this looks to me is an improvement over Windows 10, but I would still prefer the Windows 7 model. But I do think this does look like an improvement over Windows 10. Here is Windows 11 search interface. Of course, it's going to tie everything. The File Explorer. Of course, Windows 11 seems to be based a lot on the Windows 10X project, which was kind of an all-online base and based around OneDrive. I speculate a little bit about that on my video on my Windows predictions. Here is some widgets. So I guess now we're borrowing from Plasma. See, if you guys just switch to Linux, you guys get all this already. You know, you don't have to wait. And you don't have to have a software system that spies on you. So here's some more here. This is actually a really cool feature where you can pull down and just have basically build a little grid. Now, it is kind of annoying in that it doesn't appear to have a full-fledged maximize button. It's you click this and you put it somewhere. What if I want it maximized? I don't see an option for that right there. Maybe you double click. I don't know. But this is partially cool and partially concerning to me. Here's the new Windows Store. And, oh, there's a new startup sound. There you go. So there's what it looks. Stop. You don't need to keep playing it. All right. You started once. That's enough. All right. Here's Xbox Experience. Woo! We're going to experience Xbox. Why can you not get rid of that crap? It's like, okay, dude, I'm not interested in gaming crap or anything. Just get rid of the stupid crap. Nope. No, bro. Can't do it. You got to have your stupid gaming platform on here. Anyway, there's the new Xbox app on there. So there you have it. And June 24th is when they are going to start making some announcements on that. Well, if you want to help support the channel, we do have affiliates. Today we are highlighting ExpressVPN. So tlm.li/EV. If you are in need of a VPN, if you visit coffee shops, need to break out of a geolocation or secure your IP connections from, whatever purpose you're needing to do that, ExpressVPN is an excellent option for doing that. tlm.li/EV. You can connect up to 5 devices, and one of those could even be a router to connect everything on your network to the VPN should you need to do that. Well, guys, let's go to Sillyville. Alrighty. All right, let's see. Outlawed in Europe. Let's see. Got a new job at the Nova Community Center. Very good. Congratulations on your new job. I hope it goes well for you. Nova Legion is good laptop. Battery life may not be good. Still recommend it. Use computers inside Intel i5, Windows 7 and 8 technology. Have to go. See yous all and have a good weekend. We'll see you later, Benito. How's it going? MSI laptops are good for gaming, and you can delete Windows. There you go. Also cheap. Yep. Legion, of course. Some motherboards are completely in-base only. Huh. Yeah, I have an MSI board. It's like $100. Heat is melting the internet. That's possible. Can't find any cheap laptops in my area anymore. Ugh. That sucks. Yeah, I actually check Amazon. I've had pretty good luck getting some refurbished stuff from Amazon. So I've done some phones from Amazon. And the Optiplex computer I got is absolutely rocking it. It's awesome. So try that out. Check your local dump, too. Need another computer in the home lab. There you go. Tim Cook, the worm and apple. Yep. Windows is rubbish. I agree. Greetings, Bugs Bunny. The rascally rabbit. That's an insult to rubbish. Oh. Ow. Throwing shots. Apple seeds contain trace amounts of cyanide. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. It's a funny story. I left a job once on like the last day. They had just a big department dinner, and so I come to the dinner, and I was actually planned on making, didn't think about it afterwards. I was actually making almond cookies, and it's funny because just thinking of the weird stuff. I'm leaving the workplace. Last time last time I saw almost everybody there. I think I saw 1 or 2 more people since then, but that was about it. I made almond cookies, the perfect thing to hide something bad in. I just didn't think about it, but and I have a background in toxicology, so. But yes, don't eat too many apple seeds. They actually will hurt you. Let's see. Windows 11, inspired by Debian. Yep. Looks like Hello OS, a Mac BSD release. Windows sells pay me $50 million, you get to use it again. Yeah. Windows 10X morphed into Windows 11. Yeah. Brewing some tea. Very nice. Very nice. I got me my tea right here. I got French vanilla, Bigelow French vanilla tea. Very good. Which razor would ditch Windows? There you go. Is this the switch to Windows YouTube channel? I must be in the wrong place. Oh no, I criticize Windows 10 and 11 quite a bit. Let's make fun of Windows channel. What's the difference? There you go. Yeah. Windows, wind blows. First new Windows startup sound in nearly 15 years. Yeah, we're dropping frames. Sorry, guys. Stream is lagging. So got 12 months left. Mitchell, thank you for more kitty treats. Why, thank you. The kitty will like that. Techlore has had some good. Yeah, I think Techlore did. I didn't watch the video, but he did a giant video reviewing all the different ones. Thank you again for that super chat, Mitchell. Same with the other channel you were modding. All right, let's check a look over on Discord. See, we'll get lobbied into submissions. Yep. At least they didn't call the stupid URL bar a bug. No, they made a big deal about how good and secure it was. At least Microsoft does have privacy as a service. Yeah, Windows 11 will be a dumpster fire, probably. Layout stuff in Windows 11 plus a place to download all your apps. Yeah. 11 looks like a sewer pipe, eh? Startup looks like a sound of the flush toilet. Yeah, there you go. I got me my new Windows startup. Sound of all your data going to Microsoft. Oh boy, guys. Oh boy. Well, let's jump on over to where is my security screen? There it is, or my Sillyville screen. And first up in Sillyville, after we were already talking about Windows 11, Microsoft officially teasing it, some people in the Windows 11 beta here, he's here in Cortana saying Windows 11 isn't real. So here is, you can see here that they are utilizing the new platform. This is the new one. It says Windows 11, and now here's Cortana. Let me turn up the volume here.
Is Windows 11 real?
According to Microsoft.com, there will be no Windows 11. With Windows 10, Windows became a service, and instead of a new standalone version, Microsoft is pushing biannual feature updates for Windows 10 every 6 months.
So there you have it, guys. On Windows 11, Cortana says Windows 11 is not going to exist. That, guys, is how screwed up Microsoft is. Just saying. Just saying, guys. Just saying. Well, Doom now runs on an IKEA smart light bulb, but you'll see here that the video is gone. They provided this update that the creators of the mob, Next Hack, have taken down the video. In a comment on Reddit, they said they had a request to remove the post and all public material. And basically, what my hypothesis is, here's a picture of it. What my hypothesis is that this company, IKEA, they probably just don't want people to realize how easy their crap is to hack. It's probably like, hey, everyone's buying smart stuff. Quick, get the cheapest, crappiest Chinese firm to put together some smart stuff. And a hacker looked at the thing and probably put Doom on it in 5 minutes or so, indicating how bad the thing was. But yeah, now we're living in a world, I mean, Doom runs on printers and refrigerators and microwaves and birth control tests or pregnancy tests, I guess it was, and now on smart light bulbs. But I gotta say, that might be the best thing ever. I had mentioned this to a friend of mine today. He says, you know what? I wouldn't be requested to take this stuff down. I'd be using it as marketing stuff. I'd be making this as available on the individual website to say, look at what you can do on our light bulb, you tech geeks. They'd sell more of those than they would smart light bulbs for any other reason. Well, the Democrats in Congress are introducing a bill to decriminalize all drugs, not just weed, everything. You know, kind of like Oregon's done, which is really working really well for Oregon. You know, over there, last Thanksgiving, it was actually legal to have meth, but illegal to have Thanksgiving with your family. Explains what's going on in the state. Well, now they want to push this nonsense here. So you can make the prohibition argument, well, you know, get rid of this and it'll get rid of all the problems. There is a fundamental problem with that, though. I don't know. I think the prohibition was probably a bad thing, but I don't know if you've ever known anybody on meth or crack or any of those, but it'll mess you up something fierce. A whole lot more than other things. And keeping it illegal is certainly a little bit better of a process. You know, I could probably meet you in the middle, like, sure, if you're 21, you want to go smoke some pot or something, you enjoy yourself. But they're basically working on a decriminalization, very much like is the nonsense going on over there in Oregon right now. And it's not exactly working out well for them. But I want to focus on a health-centered approach rather than arrests. Why? Because, of course, drug arrests are racist. Why not, right? Because in our communities, we watch so many people go broke from paying fines for drugs. Stop using drugs. They're actually not good for you. I don't want to say too much there, but I've actually worked with some close people who have had issues with some of these things, and it is devastating to the people involved. And I was in the middle of it trying to help remediate some of the circumstances. And it was an interesting thing. Yeah, so the idea here is that what they're doing is they are saying they would end criminal penalties for personal use possession level, expunge criminal records, and shift the regulatory authority from the Attorney General to the Secretary of Health and Human Services. And we know that office is running on all legs there. To emphasize that substance use is a health issue and not a criminal issue. And so under the act, people could still face fines for drug possession, but a court could waive the fine if the person is unable to pay. The act would require Health and Human Services to establish a commission on substance abuse, health, and safety. Because, guys, government programs work so well. They just get everybody off it. I mean, look at the handouts we give for, it just doesn't work. But anyway, one of the ways that the federal government is doing things in the current administration, they're very much playing Gestapo and mafia tactics. You go ahead and do what we have to do, or we'll go ahead and do what we have to do. So basically what they're doing is to limit the state and local governments from being able to receive funds under the COPS grant programs, which help fund state and local police departments if they do not decriminalize policies. So in other words, if you don't decriminalize it in your state, the federal government will not help pay for your police force. So this is a train wreck. This is a complete train wreck. Now, maybe we shouldn't be throwing people in jail for having small amounts of drugs, maybe moving them into, into places where rehab. But in reality, guys, that is already an option. It is already an option. If you are picked up on these things, you already have the option. You can go to jail or you can go to rehab. Unless you have a repeated cases. This is a non-issue. All this is about is the federal government grabbing more control and punishing states who don't want to go lockstep with their federalist policies. And we should be leaving all these types of things into the state's hands. If Oregon wants to destroy itself, let's go ahead and let Oregon destroy itself. That's just fine. But let's leave the rest of the states to do what they want to do without getting the federal government involved. And there's some stuff I could say about some school type stuff as well. But we'll go ahead and save that for another day. But this is a bunch of nonsense. This is absolutely crazy nonsense. This is just inviting a world where it becomes easier and easier and easier to get such substances, and easier and easier and easier for people to get into the world of such substances, which will destroy you. This is insane, but it completely explains everything that's going on in Congress. Yeah, anyway, if you want to help support the channel, have a look over on Subscribestar, subscribestar.com/switch2linux. You can jump on over there and help. And if you are on Subscribestar, guys, we have information on the super secret project. It's also over there on Patreon and on Think Life Media. If you are a supporter and you have not seen those videos yet, you can jump on over and have a look at those. And also let me know in the comments in the thread here as we wrap up the day, should we just release that video we had to the rest of the public, or should I cut and release some new footage down the road? Anyway, guys, we will talk to you later. Alrighty here. Yates Networks, thank you for the super chat. And Yates Networks, I will be sending that keyboard and stuff out to you soon. Let's see. Repeat out once. I was knocked offline twice. Yeah, we actually OBS just dropped down to 0. Stand by. OBS at 0 again. Yeah, I'm not sure why OBS is not working right now, but woohoo, we're back. Yes, Congress getting high again? Yeah. Bert's girl's voice. Yeah. Back to Steve. Let's see. Eventually you can run Doom on a refrigerator or car GPS console. In China, death penalty for drug offenses. Yeah. Yeah, you're no real repeat offenders over there. Eventually you can see your refrigerator running away with Doom. That's, yeah. Step 6 feet in any direction in Las Vegas, you'll bump into a crackhead. Yep. Bible puts it simply, most things are permissible, but not necessarily beneficial. That's right. Let the drugs flow, though. I don't know. Maybe not. I am not under the habit that, I'm not under the opinion that just let everybody do anything that they want. I think that there's more to life than that. Because we have to organize societies into something. The question is, can we organize society into something that we can all agree on, or at least all compromise on? Always someone trying to sell drugs to me, either a trap or a scam. Yeah, nice try. Yeah. Let's see. Texas decriminalized personal use for pot. Yeah. Police may give you a ticket for playing Doom on your car GPS. There you go. Yeah. Let all your viewers see it's fine. Yep. Yeah, well, we'll release stuff to the general public probably next week. Tourism, go there a lot, maybe every few years or so. Used to live in Hong Kong, mainline on and off. There you go. Thou shalt tempt thy kitty. Yes, I shall tempt this kitty cat. Hey, kitty, you're going to be tempted, all right? You want to be tempted? All right. Yes, it would be time to feed the kitty. Let me, I got to figure out the logistics of feeding the kitty in this situation. So, yeah, making murder real. Well, if you are unaware, over in Baltimore, the mayor asked people to stop murdering each other, please. It didn't work. All right, come on, kitty. We're going to figure out how to feed you. Yeah, we need to figure out how to feed you. We're going to do this. Okay, I want you to sit right there for a second. Give me just a second. I just got to figure out how to get the kitty cam over here. He's like, but you can't do it like that. I don't have thumbs to open it. Okay. Let's see how that looks. That looks pretty good. Let's go with that. Come here, you. Houston? Houston, we got a double counter. All right, you have another one, Fatso. Right there, dummy. There's a double counter. I hope you guys saw the double catter. Let's see. Busy will be in due time. Let's see. Keep it a surprise for me tonight. Let's see. Yeah, stream's way too lagging. Nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. Ledge on the wall next to tin hat statue. Yep. Cybersecurity pen testing. We used to work in finance, especially in crypto analysts. Ooh. Kitty Hotel. Double catter at the last minute. That's right. Kitty invasion. Kitty invasion. Don't forget me. That's right. We had the double catter tonight, guys. We had the double catter. Yeah, apologize for stream lagging out on us a little bit. Yeah, nothing I can really do about that. Internet's just being crappy. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys. Tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are releasing the video on my predictions on Windows 10, and then we will go ahead and do probably back on Monday, and hopefully we'll have a regular week next week. No promises yet. We're on the last couple weeks of the super secret project, and then we'll once we get done with that, then we'll be a little closer. We might be a new normal. We'll put it that way. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out, and we will catch you guys